Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on GFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news update as they drop all over the world. So for now, most out today's news. All right, so Steve Nicole will be one of the ESPN pundits. So Baba can talk about Kai Havertz and his stay for Arsenal. Can talk say Kai Havertz as a midfielder for Arsenal was a failed experiment. Say Kai Havertz actually did better as a number 9 than to be deployed as a midfielder. So when you check why Chelsea buy the guy from Germany when they played for Bayer Leverkusen in the first place was because they wanted to transition him into the number 9 role. So now what's in they play for Chelsea. Now Ateta can see and can really say maybe in go fit transform him back to the midfield player, the left wing midfield role where Granit Xhaka they play for Arsenal so that thing they enter the box late, can't score goals, but it wasn't really working. All the goal exploits, like the majority of the goals we don't score for Arsenal, has been as a number 9. Check out the last 3-4 games when he don't play, he has scored goals. Check out the goal he scored for England against for Germany against France, he scored a goal. So when you look at all these things, Steve Nicole can talk say make Ateta no play Kai Havertz as a midfielder again. Make him just continue to stick with the guy as a number 9 moving forward. See, that is where you get the best of Kai Havertz. Now, I listened to what Steve Nicole said, and I don't think I'm going to fault his analysis. I think I'll subscribe to what he's saying. Because when you check, whenever Arsenal they play a tough game, be it Man City, be it Manchester United, be it Liverpool, we they always deploy Kai Havertz. And the question should be why? Why we say whenever we dey play tough games, we deploy the guy? Is it because of the reputation when he gets, say he's a big game player, or probably because he contributes something that the likes of Nketiah and GibbsWhite may not likely provide us? Is that why? I don't really know. I think I go actually decide, but at least we dey see results where the boy they do at the end of the day. So let's just see how things unfold. But me, I know say next season, I don't think you'll be seeing Kai Havertz as Arsenal's main striker. Next season, all things being equal, in the summer, I expect us to actually sign better players that will come and lead our line. Now, what me I see happening next season. All right, away from that now. So when they get some more report from Manchester City, say when you look at now even Manchester Evening News, now they let us know that they're going to look at City's biggest games of the season. Now 3 of their biggest games. They're going to check the match they go play against Arsenal, then after against Aston Villa. After Aston Villa, they will come play against Tottenham Hotspur away from home at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Now, look at where the first 2 games, they somehow tricky. City actually lost the first game with Arsenal for the league. We beat them. Now, this second leg, anything can happen. Look at the second game against Aston Villa. Aston Villa actually beat Man City in the first leg. And what it can make the thing they somehow interesting is the fact that Aston Villa are competing for a spot in the Champions League. So it is going to be a KG affair. Would they that's easy for Man City. So we'll see how that match self will be. Now, the third strongest match where they will get that the match against Tottenham Hotspur at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Well, you remember what happened for the first leg? I think it ended 3-3 at the Etihad Stadium. Tottenham Hotspur no agree for them. So the reverse fixture, they never even put dates where they go play, and because Man City did for Cup, they did for Champions League, they did for League, so they never really get space to even reschedule that game. And Spurs, on the other hand, are also fighting for a place in Europe. Then self one play for the Champions League. So that's what they look at. We, on the other hand, they look at our own tough games. We, on paper, we have more tougher games than even this Manchester City. And the way we our fixture, our calendar can't even be congested. They somehow packed. So that one might be my own fear. See, when players want to get enough time to actually rest. So you see that 25-man list where Ateta already signed at the beginning of the season, everybody is going to be playing a major role in the way where this title running go. Now, Fabrizio Romano did like an interview session with Court Offside So you're gonna give them exclusive news about Emre Smith Rowe. So you're gonna just say Emre Smith Rowe go seek transfer away from Arsenal if one thing doesn't change. And what is that one thing? If he keeps getting less playing time, in with the reason how he take fine in square roots. All these things, nothing so I expect. I'm not surprised. Say maybe the likes of maybe Ramsdale, maybe Emre Smith Rowe, maybe Suarez, like so many players like that. They know they get much playing time for Arsenal. It is normal for them at the end of the season. They will review their stay, come ask the coach, say what is the way forward. Are you promising me more game time next season, or should I find my square roots? So for people like Ramsdale, it will make a whole lot of sense making leave because next season I still see Raya playing the Champions League and I still see Raya playing the EPL, which means Ramsdale will continue to be relegated to the cups. Now, what me I see, or maybe Ramsdale Raya gets injury, then he will come in for Raya. Now, what me I see, aside from all these things, there is no way Wayne go fit play. Okay, they said that Tottenham Hotspur game now 2-2. Can I say they draw? It was a high scoring encounter. I thought it was 3-2. Somebody said in the comment section that it was 2-2. Well, when I let us know whether it's 2-2 or 3-3, because don't think that me, I know they follow Tottenham Hotspur like that. So looking at Reece Nelson also, that one said good fine. Like one season don't end, Ateta has a lot of job on his hands. Many players would like to leave. And the truth is we can't have elite players, we can't have world-class players in the first 11 and the second level. You must still have some average players. You get, you must still have some average players in your team. That's just the truth. Even the Manchester City, go and look at their squad. Not be everybody they there be men. They still get some kind of average players. So the likes of Rico Lewis, Kovacic, Matthew Nunes, Jack Grealish, like even Jeremy Doku, they still get all of them average. That be all of them are still average. You no go compare them with the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland. Come on. So now, so it just be for Arsenal. Everybody cannot be world class, but they have to be a very good balance in the way things will be. So now, so it will be. All right. So away from that, so the Daily Mail on the report say Premier League is facing a major backlash over schedule rearrangements, leaving Tottenham Hotspur with a 15-day break before the North London derby with us, while Arsenal and Liverpool are set to be faced with a packed fixture list. So now majorly Arsenal fans now the para, because when you check, because I can go check Tottenham Hotspur calendar. So this is the grievances of Arsenal fans. Because also when you check the Tottenham Hotspur fixture, you say Tottenham Hotspur know the European competition, they know the cup, now only league then they play till season will end. Now when you check, Spurs supposed to play Manchester City for April 20, so they don't postpone that match. So based on say they don't postpone am, in fact, the last game wey Spurs go play na April 13 against Newcastle. After that match, we were supposed to play Manchester City on April 20, but that one don dey postponed because City dey for cup game. So as dem postpone am, the next match they are going to be playing is around April 28, which is the North London derby when they will be playing against Arsenal. So because the match against Manchester City has been postponed, they never rescheduled the date. So from the April 13 when they will play Newcastle till the 28th when they will play Arsenal, they will have a 15-day period of resting. And we know how important that match is. Now, on the other hand, when you can't check this fixture, you will see say Arsenal for that same period, Arsenal go play Villa, they go play Bayern, they go play Wolves. After Wolves, they will come play Chelsea, because remember say they don't reschedule our Chelsea game. After the Chelsea match, we'll now go and meet Spurs. And all these games are coming at an interval of every 3-4 days. And every game is going to be very... Imagine playing a Chelsea, playing a Wolves, playing a Bayern, playing a Villa. All these games are tough games. That is the thing. Imagine going to the Molineux Stadium after fighting the battle with Pedro Neto and the likes. You want to play Chelsea. That one said now another strong game, because Chelsea don't have anything they're fighting for. They are not going for Champions League, no Europa League, no UEFA Europa Conference League, nothing. They're not title contenders. They're not even fighting relegation. They just did. So they really have nothing to lose. So that's the dilemma we don't face. Like, there is no way out. Just if you want to be champions of the EPL, you need to navigate this tough patch. And see, that's why I tell people say you need to face reality. Yes, you want to win this league, but it is not easy. The way the fixture don't day against us, like you know what it means to play in every 3 days and play all this type of tough games. You know they easy, and not be only us. The same thing. Even Man City get a more congested fixture league because they're in the cup, they're in the Champions League, they're in the Premier League. We now not be the Champions League and this one. Liverpool on the other hand, then they face their own too. So more just see how we navigate all this. That's why Arsenal fans they para for the FA as they reschedule everything. We have a 6-week window where we say all our games now men. We can't afford to lose anyone or drop any point. So it is what it is. That's it just be. All right, so Cancelo did an interview with a bowler, one of these Portuguese media houses. So we're going to talk some kind of things will happen for Man City. Say, first of all, when you look at the headline, you go see say Cancelo hits out at ungrateful Manchester City and claims lies were told. This report was written by The Independent, but the actual interview, because they were giving attribution to a bowler who is a Portuguese media outlet. So the guy talked a lot of things. So make I unpack him for now. Now, some of the rumors we then talk, we say Cancelo was a disruptive influence at Manchester City that was affecting the dressing room. Say the likes of Rico Lewis and Nathan Ake don't they ahead of him. Now, Cancelo when they set the record, she come to say there have been never a time when he gets maybe superiority complex or inferiority complex on the likes of Rico Lewis and the likes of Nathan Ake. Say no. Say he always gave his all whenever they play for us. I say even remember for 2022 on New Year's Day, just like the Robin House the day before, beat him, he carried stitches for face. Yet the next day he abandoned his wife, he abandoned his pikin for house with the tragedy and the fear within their body. He still go represent Manchester City against us and say he can never forget when that like. This is one of the reasons we make the relationship between Cancelo and Pep. It don't scatter. Like, first of all, they sent him out on loan to Bayern. Then when they don't send anybody go for Bayern, they sent him out on loan against Baka. Now Baka they just say no fee afford the money because he has 3 years left on his contract. That is why at this point now, Manchester City cannot decide where he will go. In fact, I will argue, saying we even like to go join Arsenal, it get to be a thorn in the flesh of Man City. Because at this point, if he says, okay, Arsenal, if Arsenal come, let's say Man City say, okay, we want to sell this guy for 60 million. And Arsenal come and say, okay, we'll take the 60 million. I want to buy this player. Manchester City will not have the rights or the leverage to call Cancelo say, we don't want you to join our rivals because their relationship already don't scatter. At this point, anybody that offers the money they want, they will just say, oh yeah, they go, instead will go. So because people are saying, yes, he wants to join Baka, but Baka cannot afford him. Part of the story why I did it for The Independent, actually screenshots, this quotes. He said that this is Cancelo saying, I remember a time when I was robbed and attacked, and the next day I was playing at the Emirates Stadium against Arsenal. These are things you don't forget. I left my wife and my daughter alone at home, terrified. And what to make any talk all these things? Now, because they talk say, you know, they give in all for Manchester City, say, the guy gets like stubborn head, is a disruptive influence in the dressing room. Like the guy, they very sad. That's when they talk to Manchester City are very ungrateful. Now, when you read the reports go down, you get when you're going to talk, say people will believe Pep Guardiola because he has more strength than me, which means Pep has more influence. So when Pep paints a narrative of say Cancelo is a disruptive influence in the dressing room, most media houses and journalists are going to just believe it just like that. They're not going to really go ask Cancelo. If not, they say maybe Ebola interview him now. No go get the side of the story. Yeah, so just this somehow unfortunate because Pep actually bought this guy from Juventus and the guy won the next 2 seasons. He won the league because him Cancelo do a lot for Man City and the guy had good gone. I don't just know how they take fallouts. Just the unfortunate, but more just watch till the end of the season because Baka, from the look of things, they cannot afford him. So we'll see whether Arsenal will really come into the picture because from the reports we got yesterday, Arsenal are looking at this case and say, okay, maybe we'll come and salvage the situation. Remember, this is the same thing we did for Trossard against Roberto De Zerbi. When De Zerbi and Trossard relationship scatter, even Lallana will be player for Brighton self. When they even they get issue with Trossard, that's in fact every year when they somehow toxic. At the end of the day, we went there, saved Trossard from the ugly situation, brought him to Arsenal. Today, we are enjoying Trossard playing for us. So I don't see why we cannot do the same thing for Cancelo. I nobody believe every way Pep they talk. What is the media they talk? Say maybe Cancelo will come outside the dressing room, can't disrupt everywhere. So I not to pay mind to all those things. All right, so moving on to the Mirror. One come aside, they give us a report about Victor Gyökeres and Ibrahimovic. Now, some of you may not be aware, say this Ibrahimovic is now a senior special assistant or special advisor to AC Milan after the guy don't already resign. So, well, after I don't retire from what's it called AC Milan, so the guy can advise them. Now, this is the fear. They talk say since this Victor Gyökeres, now what's it called now, a Swedish player, and in they use Ibrahimovic as an idol. So what we want to get now, we say Ibrahimovic want advise the guy making join AC Milan and making no go join Arsenal. That's actually the fear of many pundits out there. But me personally, I don't think Victor Gyökeres now small picking with the advice making no join Arsenal. What think will be the reason? Because Ibrahimovic go on favor AC Milan, because AC Milan and Arsenal and they really go for this player. But we just watch how everything will unfold. Because when I saw the reports this morning, I was somehow laughing, say, waiting happen like this. But more just the watch now. Now, away from that, so we're going to get another report saying Nottingham Forest are inviting offers for the likes of Morgan GibbsWhite and Murillo. Now, the question is why? Why are they inviting offers? Now, if you remember, Nottingham Forest get issue with the profitability and sustainability regulations, aka financial fair play. So for that reason, then get a time frame of between now and June 30 when everything will reset. In fact, before the 2023-2024 financial report will become out, they won't raise up to 100 million. Where they will think offsets the place to get lapses for the financial area. You get maybe they no go breach the PSR again. That's why they won't sell some of their price assets like Murillo and Morgan GibbsWhite, which is a reason why Arsenal, they for the market say they're interested, like they scam this Morgan GibbsWhite. Not just Arsenal, many clubs are looking at the situation to see whether they will buy one player or two for that Nottingham Forest. Now, even Sporting comments and the talk say this summer is going to be the right time for them to sell Ousmane Diomande, and Arsenal said they're in the mix. Arsenal don't show interest in signing the player, so more just they see how everything will go at the end of the day. So far so good. When you look at the biggest news of the day, you go see say Steve Nicol will be ESPN pundit. He talks say Havertz as a midfielder at Arsenal was a failed experiment. And why is it a failed experiment? So Steve Nicol, they try to explain, say, when Arteta bring Havertz to Arsenal, they did not bring him as a number 9. He brought him as a midfielder to play that Shaka role. But at the end of the day, he no work out. And when you see all the goals, like we are celebrating Kai Havertz is scoring for Arsenal, he's scoring in the last 4 games, he scored for Germany. All these players, all this position when he played to score those goals was as a centre forward, not really as a midfielder. Even though maybe he don't score some goals as a midfielder, but majority of the goals he scored as a centre forward. With that being said, therefore, Ingo concludes, say, using him as a midfielder is a failed experiment and Arteta should not do it again. Just like some people will argue, say, using Thomas Partey as a right back in the beginning of the season was a failed experiment that Arteta should not repeat again. So my own point of view be that, and myself at the CM, I concur, I actually see where it's coming from, and I think it will make sense. We could use Kai Havertz to go as a centre forward because he's more productive playing there. No wonder when we play the big games, we always unleash him as a centre forward against our opponents. So my dear Arsenal lovers, I think this is a fine place for us to call the show an end. So it's like come your way in the evening. As usual, thanks for watching. And have a nice day.